Hey guys, Roja Dove here. I just want to show you guys some fragrances that I've bought over the few past months and that I have been loving. So I'm just going to dive right in. And first I'm going to start off with this gorgeous fragrance that I bought from the House of Cartier. And guys, I did not know how much I was sleeping on Cartier fragrances. The other day I went into their boutique and oh my gosh, I tried out their whole line and wow, all I can say is wow. The House of Cartier, they make phenomenal fragrances and I have so many on my list that I really want to own. Like, Cartier is a phenomenal fragrance house as well, guys. Don't just think that you can go there and buy jewelry. You can definitely buy some fragrances too, and you'll be smelling very unique and very pristine. So check out their fragrances, guys. So this one that I have right here is actually a vintage one from the 90s. And this is So Pretty by the House of Cartier. I love this bottle and I love the cap because I believe they actually used to make earrings like this. So it's like an ode to their jewelry too. It's so pretty, guys. Like, and the name, So Pretty de Cartier. So this is kind of a hard fragrance to buy. You might have to buy it like on the secondhand market. You might find a few bottles for a good price. Just look around. But I think this is a really nice fragrance to own, especially for somebody who loves vintage style fragrances. So initially just smelling it off of the cap, it's more of like a woody floral chypre scent. So chypres are just like an oak mossy, green, earthy kind of scent. And that is definitely what I get with this, with floral notes around it and a little woodiness in the background as well. And I believe that there is hints of berries in here too. I believe that there is blackberry and maybe a little citrus. But guys, this is such a gorgeous fragrance. It's definitely for a vintage fragrance lover like myself. Like, I adore vintage fragrances. They're not everybody's style, but when you find a good one, guys, it's just life-changing. So this fragrance starts off very crisp and earthy, and it smells very refined on the skin. To me, a lot of Cartier fragrances smells like something an aristocrat would wear, and with this I definitely get that. I could see Princess Diana when she was alive wearing this fragrance. It's very fitting to her personality, her vibe, and the fact that she's a royal, it smells like somebody like her would be wearing this. Pristine, refined, soft-spoken, but a very warm heart and warm smile. It's just a beautiful fragrance, and as it dries down, it continues to get a little bit more mossy. There's a light hint of jasmine that I'm smelling. I think there is jasmine in here. There's some white floral notes, but I think jasmine is one of the main ones. It has like a deep fruity flavor in there too, and that is probably from the blackberry. It's beautiful, it's different. There is a possibility of aldehydes being in this fragrance, since I know with a lot of vintage, they did use aldehydes a lot, and it adds like a nice soft blurring effect with the fragrances. But then again, this smells very sharp and very like Enchanted Garden like. It is really pretty. It gives off like a well-polished, elegant woman would be wearing this fragrance. It doesn't smell old to me at all. Like, actually a lot of young women can pull this off. You just have to be in those vibes where you know you're gonna dress very proper. You're going to be like very refined wearing this fragrance. This is for more like a refined, polished woman who has a nice elegance and class about her is going to be wearing this. This is for a woman in her 20s, a woman in her 30s. Women of all ages can wear this, but especially young women. I feel like this is very fitting. Gorgeous scent. It wears very nicely on the skin. It's not super loud, but it does give off a nice projection. You're gonna get this on your skin for maybe about 5 hours. It is a little older, so sometimes it's not going to hold as long, but it still gives off a nice projection and sits beautifully on the skin. Becomes more of a skin scent as time goes on. But overall, I think this is a beautiful scent. I think this would wear best in the springtime, maybe in the summer as well. Can work in the fall, but maybe it's a little too light for the winter time, but hey, you can wear your fragrances whenever you want. But I think this will definitely be a statement in the spring. So this is So Pretty by Cartier. Definitely get a sample of this if you can find it anywhere. I think this is worth a sniff. It's gorgeous. All right guys, I did change my outfit. I felt more comfortable in this, but let's move on to the next fragrance. This one is by the house of Guerlain, and this is Mandarin Basil. This is their Aqua Allegra, I don't know. This is their line that does like more fresh fragrances, and I tried this when I was going to Los Cabos, Mexico, and I fell in love and I finally got a bottle. This is such a good freshie. Usually I am not the type that really loves a citrus scent because I find citrus can be a bit overwhelming for my nose, but when I get a good citrus, I'm in love, and this one is it. So like in the name, it's mostly mandarin and basil. That is mostly what I get on my skin. It's just fresh, light, easy. That basil really gives it that herbally base, so it's not overly citrusy. It's a beautiful blend. I enjoy this. I think this is such an easy reach in the mornings, out of the shower, going to the gym. Like for me, I'm trying to start like a gym scent collection because I work out a lot. I love being in the gym, and I think this is going to be one of my gym scents. This is definitely a fragrance you want to get your nose on, and it's 100% unisex. Men can wear this, women can wear this. Great scent for all. The next two are actually hair mist, and I told you guys a few months ago when I did my hair mist video that I'm pretty much obsessed with hair mist, and I love the two that I added to my collection recently over this past year. This one is going to be by Roja Parfums, and this is Tahif Oud. And this is the gorgeous bottle that it comes in, and the smell is magnificent. I have this affinity for oud for some reason. I don't know where my love for oud came in, but Roja got it right. And this hair mist, there's actually a matching perfume to it, and I really want it. So this is more of a rosy, a Middle Eastern rose, and that beautiful oud note that's slightly animalic. So it gives it this exotic appearance or exotic smell. This is so different. It's very unique. Nobody's gonna be smelling like this. This is gonna be so unique to you. And the compliments that I get on this are pretty good. The projection is nice and strong. It almost comes off like a perfume more than a hair mist, but it's for your hair. But you're gonna get the same beautiful projection. You're gonna get compliments on this like crazy. This is quite a pricey hair mist, but I think it's a great entry-level item to get when you're buying Roja because the perfumes are quite expensive. So I think this is a good alternative, and you're gonna get the same type of projection and smell that the actual fragrance gives. So don't be afraid to try out the hair mist. I think that they're wonderful, and Tahif Oud just smells divine. I'm gonna actually spray this in my hair. Beautiful. The scent bubble that this gives is just amazing. Try this fragrance out, you guys. It's just gorgeous. And then lastly on this list of newbies in my collection is another hair mist, and this is actually from Diptyque. This is from their Middle Eastern, I guess you can say fragrance. It's not really a line, but it's just one fragrance that's inspired by the Middle East. This is Urala. I don't know guys. Forgive me for the pronunciation, but this is their newest fragrance. This is the matching hair mist that goes with it, and I think it is so beautiful. This does give a really Middle Eastern vibe. It's actually very leathery, so you're gonna have to like leather, but then there's a note of raspberry in here that gives it that nice tankiness. I think there's maybe some wooden notes in here too, but the two that I remember, actually three. There's the herbal note of saffron. So from what I remember, there's leather, raspberry, and saffron. And I just think this smells so amazing. It's very unique. It smells very opulent, very polarizing in the best way possible. This is gonna give you compliments. This is something that not your everyday person is going to wear. I love the fragrance itself. I really want to get a bottle, and I think it's very unisex. It smells divine on anybody. And yeah, Diptyque just came through with this fragrance. I think it smells amazing. That leathery note, not everybody is going to love, so I definitely recommend getting a sample, seeing if it works for you. But overall, I would give this a 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend getting samples. And for some reason, I just find myself gravitating to more Middle Eastern smelling fragrances. I'm like obsessed at the moment with anything that smells relative to the Middle East. Guys, if you know some good perfumes that like are Middle East inspired or Middle Eastern brands, let me know in the comment section below, because I really want to experience more of those Middle Eastern brands and scents and the richness that they offer. So I just wanted to show you guys one more fragrance that I bought actually 2 days ago, but I've had this fragrance for a while. I sold it and then I realized how much I loved it off of like the travel size that I had, and I finally found the fragrance in stores, so I picked it up. This is a fragrance by Missoni. I don't think this has a name. It's just Eau de Parfum Missoni. There's actually two types. There's this one in these deep, beautiful, like transition colors with the purple, blue, and green. And then there's another one that has like a yellow, red, pink theme. But this one I adore. The scent is so gorgeous. It's very sensual, it's very soft. It's a bit of vanilla, berries, and slightly creamy. There might be some sandalwood in the base, but it's just a uber sensual berry vanilla scent. Now, some might say this is very basic, there's nothing special about it, but in my opinion, this works wonders. This gets compliments. This actually catches a lot of people's attention, and I love this. It's very easy to wear, and if you just want something that's just gonna make you feel sensual, but this is just more soft and just cuddly, and yeah, it's just very nice. Like every time I smell this, I wanna bathe in it. It's just, ooh. The berries smell very ripe and juicy to me, like deep colored berries, like blackberry, blueberry, strawberry, maybe a little bit of cherry in there. Just a mixture of some deep saturated berries, and then that sensual vanilla, a little bit of musk, maybe some sandalwood. It's just so, it's really gorgeous, guys. Like, it's so comforting to the nose. It's like it's almost caressing you. It's very sensual, guys. I highly recommend this scent. I think it is beautiful. It's nothing too complex, but yet it is just still very beautifully formulated and just lays so nice and soft on the skin, like a soft blanket. Like I'm almost lost for words with this one, but it's just a beautiful, sensual scent that anybody I think is going to fall in love with. So if you're looking for a perfume that's an easy reach and very sensual in its nature, Missoni Eau de Parfum is a great one to select from. And yeah, guys, I have nothing bad to say about this. So I said I was only gonna add in one more fragrance, but now I have another. So I have two bonus fragrances in this video, and this is one that I got a few months ago and I am in love. So this is by Creed. This is Sublime Vanille. Look at this bottle. Like, can we give it a moment? This bottle is actually covered in 10 karat gold, and it is stunning. So I actually bought a partial. It's missing the cap. When I first got this fragrance, I actually had a sample, and that sample I fell in love with. The way this vanilla is done is sublime. The vanilla is like a really nice, light, whipped cream, kind of vanilla. It's so light, it's so decadent. It just feels like a cloud caressing on your skin. Like, that's a weird analogy, but that's the best way that I can put it. It's so light and creamy and decadent. The way this smells is like one of those desserts that you get at like a 5-star Michelin restaurant that you're paying like maybe $300 for the dessert, and it's like this tiny, but when you take a bite out of it, it's just like your taste buds explode. Like there's fireworks going on because your taste buds just enjoying those rich textures of the vanilla, the butter, the cream, and then you realize this was actually worth it. This is the way I experience this fragrance. And it's almost set up like that because this fragrance is actually very expensive, and that's mostly because of the bottle, but the fragrance itself, I think it's beautiful, but it's very light, it's very whipped cream, it sits more closer to the skin. So it's, like I said, it's a really nice whipped vanilla that is very decadent. Ugh. Wow. And it smells like there's a little bit of citrus in here, maybe a little ginger. That vanilla is so beautiful. The vanilla is actually quite deep, and it smells like the vanilla that you use to bake with, like the Madagascar vanilla. Very deep, slightly boozy, but still very light. This is so pretty. Like, I'd imagine a princess wearing this. Like, it looks like a royal is meant to own this bottle. Like, maybe, what is her name? Kate Middleton. She looks like she would wear this fragrance. Like, this is her morning fragrance. The only downside to this fragrance is that it is so expensive and you're mostly paying for the bottle. But what I will say is that the presentation on this is stunning. Like, I think this is one of my best bottles within my collection. So once this partial runs out, I might actually buy a new bottle with the cap and everything because it's so beautiful. Like, look at this. You just have to figure out if that's actually worth it to you. I think the scent is phenomenal, but the price is pretty insane. It's stunning, so you just have to decide, is it worth it for you? I definitely recommend don't blind buy this. Get samples, see how it wears on your skin if you're okay with the lightness and how close it's gonna sit next to you. I think that this does give a nice projection, but it's more if somebody is in like an intimate setting with you, like a little bit closer to you. Maybe you're hugging, maybe you're cuddling. Yeah, it's that kind of scent, you guys. Stunning, exquisite bottle. It's a vanilla done very well. If you're a vanilla lover, if you're a gourmand lover, you are going to love Sublime Vinny. So check it out and let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below. So guys, that is going to be it with the newest fragrances within my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these new fragrances. What is your opinions and thoughts? And I will see you in the next one, guys. And guys, don't forget to give this video a like. Au revoir.
Let's go.